Good morning, everyone. Well, today's the last day of 30 Days of Sketches for this series, and it's 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And so that I don't forget at the end, down below will be a link that will take you over to a channel that shows all the YouTube videos, and another link that takes you to the Facebook group where we post our still shots. Okay, today's sketch artist is Miss Carrie. She's done one almost every time I've ever participated. So anyway, she has a like a large photo. I don't know if I thought it was a 5x7, but I think mine's a lot bigger than what it is in the sketch, so maybe not. I was just thinking it looked like a 5x7, but it's maybe a 4x6. And then she has two half sizes that are the horizontal, so the one vertical and three horizontal. And I think all my pictures are a little bigger than what she shows here. And she's got a long title down here. She's got one piece of paper that looks like it runs through here. And I think this, does that say for your journaling? I have no idea. Oh, your story, I think it says up there. And then she's got embellishments here, embellishments here. Did I already say the block was here? Okay, and then she's got like a little tab here, or maybe a saying. She's got a tag, and she ran a little strip of paper up here and stitched it, and she got a little bit of mixed media. So yep, mine's gonna be pretty close, and probably a few more embellishments, and I forgot my string for my tag, so I might pause and go get that. Okay, I went and grabbed some twine. Okay, so I've got my ice skating granddaughter right here, and they had thrown, well, she didn't, one of the parents threw a party, and I was thinking it was at their house, but maybe it was at the park, because it looks like there's a pavilion back here, and I don't think that would have been at their house. So anyhow, they had a pool party, and so it was fantastic. I went looking for pictures for a vertical and three horizontals and actually found them. So I was pretty thrilled. So I pulled out this simple vintage Life in Bloom, because I don't really have any papers that are actually pool papers. They're either, beach paper or something like that. So anyhow, I thought these colors looked great. I mean, look at the water, it looks like that color. The grass looks, or this green here looks like the grass color. So I thought this worked really well. So this is what I'm using. And so I am going to just jump right in. And oh, we had a meeting on our table today, and so now I'm missing stuff. I had to get my invisible ruler. Okay. It's nice having it picked up, and then, but okay, this is actually the right side up. Yeah, it's nice having, the table cleaned off, but all of a sudden all the things I'm using are not here. Okay. So I cut this a 9.5 by 9.5, I think. And I just went by my pictures, how they looked on the paper, because I just made them so they look like they fit like that. That's how I came up with those measurements. I know the last series I printed my sketches out myself, so I just made them a size that I could actually I'm trying to count the squares here, that I could actually measure them and have the correct size to, well, I made them all 3 inches. So it was real easy to come up with the right size. Or, you know, I could just measure them and everything. Okay. So we have that. And let's see. Even though I've already laid this out, I can't remember how it goes. Okay. I will get it done. Okay, now I ended up cutting this in half so I could run it through, because she has that paper running through here. So I am going to do that. And this was in well, it's the back side of, you know, it's the cut aparts in there. So I'm going to use that. Now, you know what, I've already done cards today, and you'd think this would be like so simple after already doing something today, and it's like, I don't know, how come I feel like I'm out of whack or something. Okay, I want this here, so I'm gonna want to make sure I have it in the right spot. And guess what? I didn't save enough room there. Okay, so I'm gonna actually just cut this off. And I'm only cutting off that much because that's where my tape is too. So hopefully that's enough. Now I lined this up earlier because I'm thinking, okay, the dark one here should line up with that. And it really should. Let's see if it really does. Okay, and I think that's gonna be good. Now, the words were the right side up when I looked at this, but the 500 is, no, it's actually 005. Okay, that makes sense. I know I was looking at it thinking, why is that upside down when the words were right side up? Yeah, I'm catching up. Okay. And then the other half I'm putting at the bottom. Okay, I think that's pretty good there. Except for, you know what? I really wanted to see some of this. And let's see, I've got my cutter right here. So I think I'm gonna cut that out because I wanted to have some of that floral. Let's see, can I do it without cutting that floral? I'm going to pull it down just a little bit more. Okay. Sometimes you have to make adjustments. Okay. Now if I can get that out of there because now it's stuck to there. Okay. I've really got it stuck. There we go. Okay, now I need this back, and we'll try that again. I just thought it's got that little vine there. I'd like to see some of that. It's cute. Okay. Okay, and then now she's got the embellishment here and here, and this was a piece that was left over, and I thought this is so pretty, and so I thought I'm gonna use that for my little piece, and I thought about trimming it off and making a different size, but I love it, and I actually like this little piece of black here, so I'm gonna just kind of butt it up next to it, not push it underneath, because I just think that's pretty. And you just think that big beautiful piece of paper is underneath there, and it's just that sliver. Okay, so now for my pictures, and I gotta make sure that I have enough room. you know, all this adjustments that we have to make sure that everything that we want in here is here. So I want just enough room to, you know, that you can still see the green above that. And you know what? I'm going to cut some of this off because I'm not going to need it, and there'll be less to tuck in. And it says beautiful on one side and fabulous on the other side. And beautiful is going to be in my title, so I'm going to use fabulous up there. And I have to say that my daughter told me this really cute title, and I was going to use it, but it was too big to fit. And so I'm opting for one of the foam stickers, which I really like how it looks. So that's what we're just switching it up for that reason. I think I'm gonna go ahead and tape this down first. If I can hold it still instead of keep moving. Okay, there we go. I think it looks straight. And except for, you know what, it could be moved over just a little bit. And since I'm doing that, I'm gonna line it up with this. Okay. I'm gonna try not to knock things off here. And I'm gonna have that right there. And she had the pictures matted, and they looked like they were matted like a 1/16 of an inch. So that's what I did. Okay, and then I have my pictures, and I usually try to make it so that the you know, the people are the biggest here, or you know, there's more people here and here, so I'm putting these lower, kind of which looks heavier. And so I'm gonna just arrange them pretty much like that. And I'm just leaving about a 1/16 of an inch between, you know, each picture. And here it looks like they're playing a game that looks like maybe thread the needle, because it looks like she's gonna go through it and all of them are going through it, and they're all holding hands, so they can't, looks like they can't drop hands, but they're trying to go through that hula hoop. So that's cute that they were playing games. And this is one of her besties that she ice skates with. And it looks like I'm too far from my other picture here. And it looks like I did it here too. So I'm going to try to slide it over a hair. Okay, I think they're all good. Okay, and then I have this here that says hello today. This is going to be like my little subtitle, because I just thought it was so cute. I have to have it on here. Oops. I'm going to have to pull it down a little bit because I don't want to have to cut off that that butterfly wing. Okay, that's good there. And I have one of these chipboard stickers. I think it was actually from the Brads, so I'm going to use that here. And let it overlap into the water. And then I have a little brad. Because if I have brads, I like to use them. See, there's something written on it, and I'm trying to think, was there a way that looked like I could read it? Maybe, maybe not. I think it's a mixed, that they go in different ways. So it really doesn't matter, I think. Okay. So I'm just putting it like that. And now I'm going to have these little plastic things. I was still picking them up from the other day. Okay. And I'm going to, this kind of looks crooked, but I think it's just the words because it looks straight here. Okay. For my twine, I have this turquoise blue that looks like that. And I'm going to cut more than I need. And I am just going to make a bow and just glue it right on top of that. Okay. Okay, that looks good there. Now I brought my fabric scissors over here, and you know what? I'm not even gonna need them. Did good. Okay, and I'm gonna use a little bit of glue and just glue it right there. Put the glue right in the center. Okay, and that always dries real good. Okay, and then I have, she had like a little tab or something there, so I got this one from the sticker sheet, and it looks like a ticket with a staple through it, and it says amazing. And I'm gonna put that there, and I am hitting against my sticker sheet over here. So I'm going to put that right down here. And do I want to put it straight or do I want to put it crooked? How does she have it? Because in my mind I kept thinking it should be crooked for some reason. Nope, she has her straight, so maybe I'll have mine straight too. And I think I'm going to put it up just a little bit where it almost looks like it's stapled right on the matting. Okay. And then I have some butterflies that I'm also putting over in this area. And if I can pick them up, I kept hitting that plastic thing and it kept shooting across the table. Okay, so I've got this pretty blue. Or it's that turquoisey blue. Okay, and yeah, I picked up so much today, I even have my dimensionals picked up. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to use one on the butterfly, as you know. Oh, and I need my tweezers. I knew I'd be looking for those. And this is kind of a big butterfly, so I think I can use the great big circles. Okay, and I push them on real good because it's a lot easier to get these little papers off them. And I know I repeat the same things over and over again if you see me, if you've been here for a while or since the beginning. But if you're new, I always put dimensionals underneath the wings, and in the center where the body would be on the back, I put the glue, and I put that down first because that way the wings stay up. Because one day I forgot to put the body down first, and when I was all done, I had a level dimensional butterfly. And it wasn't very pretty. I didn't like it. Okay. So we have that butterfly there. Okay. And then I've got a brad too that I'm going to put over here. And this one says soar, and it's another butterfly. It's really pretty. And I know it's kind of a glare. And I'm going to put that where it's over the picture a little bit. Okay, these kids, it's really funny because I had the, you know, what are they called? The live picture. And these kids are trying to get like a cheerleading group or something, climbing on top. And they were like falling and laughing. It was just so funny. So I'm thinking, here's what they were thinking. Take the picture! So I'm gonna put this here, and I'm not sure where I want to put it really, but I really have to have it. I just think it's so perfect from watching that live. I think I'm just gonna put it here sideways. Okay. And then I have, now on this side, remember there's also another little group where she had flowers. I have this ticket that says beauty on it. I'm gonna put that there. And so I am gonna tuck it right into right underneath the flower, or underneath the picture, not underneath the flower. Okay, so that's there. And it actually was a 2-piece ticket, but the other part just ended up looking boring. And so I thought it just didn't look like it didn't really belong there. It kind of blended in too much. Even though I've got green and green, this one looks like it belongs there. And then I had this little group of, I said gloop, this group of butterflies that I must have cut off of something, but they're super cute, so I'm going to use them. And just put them right on the ticket. And I have another little brad, because you know if I have one or two, I have to have 3. And then I also have this little banner that says perfect day, and it's actually got a hole in it where you could punch it out, but I'm gonna leave it like it is. So I'm actually gonna put the tape right over that so it doesn't come out later, because I want to keep the flower intact that's there. It's just very pretty, and I want it down here in this little corner where it's really just sidewalk there, so I figured that's perfect. And then for my title, where I was gonna put, oh, I didn't even tell you what my title was supposed to be. It was supposed to be, because they're ice skaters, off the ice and into the sun. But it looks so boring and blended in, and it was, if I would have used bigger letters, I wouldn't have been able to make it fit. So this is what I'm using, and I will just save that title for something else. Okay, so I'm using these, and these are the foam stickers that are part of the collection. And I love foam stickers. Okay, so I'm just putting, today is beautiful. And then I do have some other things on here, which, oh, I thought I would add some of these little hearts. I got a little green one here that I thought I could add over here. But where do I want to put it? I don't want to cover up that flower. It's just so pretty. So I think I'm going to put it here. And then I thought I could put, okay, maybe, where do I want to put it? Maybe there. And I want one over here someplace. You know, sometimes I'm just winging it. Sometimes I have a plan and sometimes I'm winging it. Okay, I think that is pretty good. Let me just double check this because I was thinking about using this pink butterfly, but I really don't know where I was going to put it now. So I think I could skip it. I could use something down here because it looks like it could use something down there. Okay, I'm going to just see if this is where it could belong. I think I'm going to use it. Okay. And see, I'm so bad at using these. Oh, and I thought I could use some of the more of the words. Hey, you're not allowed to do that when I'm filming.
Sorry, mistress.
Okay, I've got happy moments. We don't have that. Let's see. She just looks so joyous here. Let's see. Maybe I'll put happy moments here. And one more. Or maybe I have enough words because I can't decide. I don't think any of the other ones call out like those ones do. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. So that's it for today. And I will have close-ups at the end. And I will see you tomorrow and we'll be doing something else. So have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.